Hi, I'm Jazz, and this is Cam.
And we live in our 1991 Dodge Ram B250 road trek.
So today we are going to be giving you a tour of our home, and we hope you like it.
So this is a 1991 Dodge Ram B250 road trek. We've lived in it for almost 4 years now, traveling the United States, going everywhere we can. We haven't done a whole lot to the outside of it since we've had it, except for the roof rack situation here. We've built the rack, the deck, and put solar on and installed that. Wired it up to the power station inside. But here we have all terrains on the wheels. It's rear wheel drive, so you can make do off-road, but I wouldn't push it too far. So we have running boards going the length of the van. The first thing you might notice is this little black plaque. This indicates that this vehicle is a registered RV. So if that is ever a requirement to get into any facility, show them that. Now we have our propane intake and exhaust. That just gets rid of all the humid hot air from your propane heater system. And we also have the stove that runs off of propane, and we really only ever have to fill it once a year. It's super efficient. Back here, you notice these grills. This is where our AC for the interior of the van sits. It's basically just a window unit, but the hot humid air blows out the back here and cold air blows inside where we want it. So these windows on the back here, on the sides, and also this one right here, extend out with a twist knob on the inside, and we'll show you that later. And since they extend like this, you can have them open while it's raining. This is our exhaust vent for the stove. So you turn that on and it vents out all of your cooking gases. It makes sure that you don't have any carbon monoxide buildup from your stove. You can see we've routed the wire for the solar down this post on the roof rack and along the gutter and into the vent for the fridge. This was honestly the best solution I could come up with. I didn't want to drill through the fiberglass camper top, and I couldn't really think of anywhere better to insert the solar cables through, so this worked out pretty well. It was a bit of a pain in the butt, but no worries, we got it done. Obviously, the roof rack seems to be the main event for the exterior of the van. You can see it attaches to the gutter system. So this is what people would use to, attach ladders to the top of their vehicle if they're a tradesman. It also lets the water from the AC in the back drain down and out so you don't get buildup. I can quickly explain this setup. So we have 100-watt panels on either side. They're on hinges and they go up with a strut, a single strut on this front side. And they are secured somewhat crudely with a bolt right here on this side. If you want to see a video on how we put all this together, make sure you subscribe because we're going to be posting that soon. All the features are chrome or nickel, I can't tell. And they have a real vintage style. What's really neat about road treks in particular, and it's kind of their branding, is these 3 skylights on top. You can see ours are pretty nasty looking, and that's because they've had countless layers of caulk and sealant to try to stop the cracks. The plexiglass is just so old that really under any stress it'll crack, and we've been dealing with leaks basically the entire life of this. That's kind of the name of the game with these old RVs. You get leaks, you fix them every few months if you use them consistently. So moving on to underneath the van, right here you can see our valve for the black tank. I'm not going to show you the valve for the gray tank because it's so up under the van that I would have to get completely nasty on the ground to show you. But right here is our fresh water. It's about 13 gallons and there's a drain for it right there if you need to flush it and refill it. But you can see all these pipes under here. It's quite a bit of holding tank space. I believe it's about 26 gallons in the holding tanks. Now let's move on to the inside of the van.
Okay, so this area is what we call the foyer, or the foyer. And it's basically like our little mudroom area. Right here we have like this rubber stuff, so every time we have animals in here, this is really good to put the food in water bowls because everything's kind of like water sealed. And this flips up too. Sometimes we store our dirty hiking boots right here and then cover them up so no one has to see them. Over here there's another bit of storage. That's where we keep our brooms and things and whatever this thing is called that like gets the snow off your car. We also have our casting net here for when we want to go fishing. So right down here in this little area of storage, we have a shovel that folds out. It's a really sturdy one and saves on space. And then we keep all of our shoes right under here. Right up here, we have hanging on this little snap type thing, our broom. And you'd be surprised how often you have to sweep in such a small space. So in here, we usually just keep journals or books. I have a journal in here right now that is a book that I am currently writing. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. So over here on the door, we have these fold out cup holders, which are super convenient, especially when you're hanging out outside, you know, and want somewhere to hold your drink that doesn't take up the table space from your fold out table. Also, these windows open like this, and they can also be open while it's raining since they're like set up slanted like this, and I love that about them. This van is like the perfect van for like a rainy day. So this is the cab of the van, and this is where we spend all of our road tripping time. The seats are super comfortable. All of the arms fold up and down, and they are swivel seats, which we'll show you in a second. And they are the original seats that came with the van. And our cup holders are actually built to where they will hold a mug, which is really convenient. Up here we have our dash cam, which films outside and inside the van, and then there's another one on the back. Little pieces of decor, our sun visors, more lights, and all of our charging station stuff right here. There is no air conditioner in the van, which does really suck. We try to travel with the weather though, and it's usually fine, except for last year when I hiked the Appalachian Trail. We kind of had to be in a certain area of the country so that, you know, I could hike the trail continuously. And yeah, that summer was really, really hot, so we really missed the AC. But these little 3/4 windows right here actually flip out. And this is basically what we use for AC. What I think is really cool too is that these windows are actually electric and they can power down through these buttons right here. Over here is our glove box. You just turn this and we basically just keep registration in here, and then also this cute little window surfing thing. I'll have to show you a clip of what that does. Down here we keep this basket, which has our extension cord for whenever we want to plug up to shore power. And right down here is where we fill up our fresh water. And we have a filter that we use to make sure that everything that goes in is drinkable.
This right here is what we call the attic. It's got a fire extinguisher, obviously, because you want to have that within arm's reach when you're in the cab. We also have our wheel lock if we're in any particularly sketchy places. This right here does not have the wipe on it currently, but it can clean our windows and keep them nice and clear. And this, of course, is our Reflectix, which keeps the heat out on this massive window in the sun. This is also where we decided to put all of our stickers that we acquired on our journeys, because we really felt like they were a tacky look on anything visible, but we really love them here. These shelves on either side of the van are at about 6 feet, 5 inches deep, and they hold a lot of our knickknacks and things that we need easy access to. But as you can see, we keep this plant, the thing, on it so that it looks nice and pretty instead of like a junk drawer. We keep our sunglasses up here, easy access while driving. And we keep things like our umbrellas, bug spray, sunscreen, things of that nature up here.
So welcome to our living room. As you can see, the seats swivel all the way and it really opens up the space. So we basically have these 3 chairs. This one has a seat belt too, which is really cool. So does the bench, but we don't really like people sitting on that while we're driving. So on the bench, I custom upholstered all of this leather that you're seeing. So these pillows right here are actually just pillow covers, and it's where we keep our extra winter coats and just any extra clothes that we can't fit in our closet. If you're gonna live in a van, I definitely recommend that you do this because it saves a lot of space and just can be out in plain sight and still be functional. Underneath this bench right here, I keep all of my gym stuff, and on this side, I have our power station set up. Everything in here is actually super spacious. It's almost too much room in a way. And so we've definitely been able to host pretty large gatherings of people in here. So if you take this backrest off of here, it can also connect to this side if you wanted to use this kind of whole area to lounge. And under this seat is where we keep extra camping gear, our Enos, and usually our electronics go down here because it's kind of like hard to get to in a way, so I would think it would be kind of like a deterrent for thieves.
Alright, so moving on to the kitchen. We have our toaster oven up here on the shelf, upper pantry space, a small cabinet we like to keep our tea in. We have generous counter space on the right, sink in the middle, and our 2-burner propane stove on the left. We also have lots of pantry space down here, and this is also where you find all of your plumbing for the sink. I really love how the trash can is built into the door here, so it never takes up any room normally. This right here is the inside of the range hood. You can see under it, it's got a grease trap and a light. We don't use the light often because it's incandescent, but it does work. And you can listen to the fan right there. It blows a pretty good amount of air. One of my favorite gadgets, I guess you could say, in the kitchen is this little USB powered touch lamp. So you can cycle through temperatures this way. You can also hold it and change the brightness all the way down low in case we're staying up late at night and don't want to bother anybody.
Another thing I like about our fridge is that it locks right down here. So when you're driving, not everything falls out of it and you get to keep all your food. Right in here is where we fit our cutting board and some remotes and things, and I think it fits perfect. This is where we keep all our utensils normally, and it's kind of being used as a little bit of a junk drawer at the moment. We also have this magnetic knife holder where we usually keep all of our knives. And this is probably my favorite part of the kitchen. It's our herb garden. So in the spring, we use these flower pots right here to put our herbs. That way, while we're cooking, we can just walk right over here and get some fresh herbs from the garden. And these windows up here provide plenty of light for those plants. We also have this bag that we keep fresh fruit in, and this is really great to take to farmers markets and put the fruit like directly in here. So this is our dining space, and we have this butcher block table that we put on this pole, and we decided to drill the attachment thing on not centered, so that way when it is on this pole it can be swiveled, sort of like our own little DIY looking table. So this is really perfect for when the two of us are just sitting right here having dinner. But we also can host more people this way. Everybody just kind of has to crowd around a certain way. We've done things where we've had an extra chair, like our camp chairs, set up right here. And honestly, it's worked fine. It's really good for board games and things too. So for our office, it's pretty much the same setup, except I get to sit in this chair right here with some back support. Another way we do it is turning this chair around like normal and sitting right here and leaning up against the back. Also, this table is big enough to where Cam and I can both work on our laptops at the same time. And on this pole down here that keeps the table held up, we decided to put some like stick-on carpet because we've had cats in here before, and this works great as a cat scratching post so they don't claw up my upholstery that I worked so hard on. And speaking of cats, when we do have them in here, we keep the litter box under the bench right here. And there is an open space through here where there is enough room for the cat to come in through here, use the litter box, and come back out. And we also have a magnetic light that is motion activated down there. So when the cat goes in here, the light comes on for them.
All right, so I'm gonna take you with me to show you the bathroom and closet. We have it secured with this little bungee. To the left here, we have our bathroom. Toiletries up top, teepee and baby wipes right here on this little slide-on shelf. And then we have a fully functioning toilet. This flushes with the foot flush. Everything goes down the drain. You don't have to worry about it until you do have to worry about it at the dump station. Also right here is where we hang our towels. And we've also got a little motion activated bathroom light up here behind the shelf. And it illuminates the area for you so you can see at night. On the left, we have my toiletries. In the middle, we have a shared basket with mostly medication and things of that sort. And on the right, we have Jazz's toiletries. They're pretty neat little bags, and I'm gonna show you how they work. So whenever we want to use these, you just unzip them, and there's a little hook that connects to anything, but we put it right there, and it's 4 segments that hang down like that. Great for organization.
I love it because I can have my makeup right here, and then I can do it in my mirror right here. Which, by the way, I love having a full-length mirror in my van. I feel like that is a must, pretty much.
And as you can see in the bathroom, the tile matches the kitchen. So, this bathroom and closet space has a really great privacy feature. When these doors open, a surprise second door opens, and it basically creates a little room. The only thing that stops it from closing totally is this mirror, but you shimmy that out of the way and it kind of fits better. This door on the right here also folds open in the same fashion, so you have a fully enclosed and private bathroom. Since we're photographers, we found these neat little antique camera diagrams, and we keep them along here on this door.
So over here is our closet, which has hanging space, which is not normal in a van, but we use it for like our fancier clothes, suits, and everything like that. We also have a guitar in here and all of our fishing stuff. And we keep our tennis stuff here too. Down at the bottom is all of our laundry and cleaning supplies.
All right, so as you saw, we already tore out this seat over here and replaced it with a bench a while back. But this does still slide out and meet the front passenger chair to become a third bed in here. And if you are not too terribly tall, you can sleep that comfortably. A lot more people than you would think have slept comfortably in this bed. This is the bed you might want as a passenger if you are a taller individual sleeping in this van. You can also turn this seat around 180 the opposite way if you want a little more room on that side towards the wall. But really, it's very comfortable, especially this bench seat. It's super comfy.
And what's great about the guest bedroom is that you can close off this door for privacy. Honestly, there have been a lot of situations where people have been sleeping in here, and Cam and I have been sleeping in the bedroom, and this has been a great way to kind of block things off for some more privacy. Also, if you're all really comfortable with each other, this room allows for a third guest. So one person sleeping here, one person sleeping here, and then another in the middle with like a mattress pad or Z-fold foam padding situation. So basically this van sleeps 5 people in total, or more if you get creative.
So under the bench, we have 2 things. One is our power station. The other is our gym, if you can call it that. It's got some decently sized weights, also yoga equipment and resistance bands and straps and things like that.
So how we set everything up is basically just rolling out my yoga mat right here in the center aisle. and then setting up all of my weights. Okay, so this is pretty much my gym setup, and there's honestly plenty of room in here to do yoga, cardio, like calisthenics type things, really whatever you need. I have 2 weights that are pretty small, and then resistance bands. I also have these TRX bands, and you're probably wondering where in here I hook them up. So I will show you. If you open up these doors right here, we have this kind of sturdy, like, built-in thing right here, and the TRX just hooks right onto it. Now, there's not really much room to use them inside of the van, so this is how I use them. Also, this little hook right here is strong enough to hold a hammock, so what we do is hook one end of the hammock to here and the other end to a tree. We can also do the same thing by attaching one end of the hammock to the roof rack and then the other end to a tree. So this is our formal dining room, and you can easily fit about 6 people in here, and we've done it before, and it's really, really nice. A lot more spacious of an area to have dinner at, or game nights, or anything. So the tabletop just pops off like this. This bar pops out, and that's it. And the tabletop slides right back in here to support the bed.
So back here is my favorite part of the van. It's about a full-size bed. We have these little nightstands on the side if you want to look around the corner. We each have one. Over here is mine. You can tell because it has the fancy knife in it. I mentioned these windows earlier. These rotate out, and that's how you open and close them. Same window technology for opening and closing on the back one here as up front. This pops right out, and you can get a lot of great airflow. Unfortunately, it's not vented. No mesh for bugs and keeping out bugs. But these ones do have mesh, call it, a screen. Right above you, we have our roof vent. This is what really saves our life in the summers, keeps all the hot air out of the van. Pretty much it keeps it the same temperature as it is outside at all times. And when we're plugged up to shore power and have plenty of electricity, we use our AC right above our heads. This is also where we keep little knickknacks like our crystals and paintings and such. So there's plenty of storage under the bed too. Right here is where we keep all of our camera equipment under the bed. Right here is where our boat goes, and under this side is actually the original power converter equipment for the van. And we access that right down here. If you pull aside the ottoman, you can see that little panel right there. It's basically a breaker box that controls all of our DC power. Speaking of the ottoman, it's not only an extra seat, but it's also where we keep all of our dirty clothes.
So I honestly think a full-size bed is plenty of room. I can lay down and extend all the way just fine. But Cam is 6'4", so he does have to scrunch up a little bit. If you're not 6'4", it's plenty of room. So right above our bed is where we have the outlets to charge our phones, and I usually wire mine right over here to this magnetic phone holder, so that way I can just stick it right on up there when I'm sleeping, and I don't have to just have my phone over here where it can fall through the cracks. We also have these same cup holders in the front of the van back here, and they're really great for keeping our drinks at night. We also have these cabinets for storing our clothes. Cam's are on this side and mine are on this side. They open up just like this, and we keep all of our clothes in packing cubes. And of course, these window coverings fold down, and we have another window covering for this window, as well as window coverings for every single other window in the van.
Yeah, window coverings for everybody.
I've got Priuses for everybody.
And that includes these 3 windows up here, which I added a wood grain trim to. I didn't do the best job installing them, but I still think it makes everything look cozier and it really brings everything together, I think.
And now we're gonna take you to our garage. So under here, we have our fire pit, our longboards, and our ladder for us to access the roof deck of the van. Let me get all this out of the way so I can show you our basement. Right now it's a little full of junk. We just finished working on some parts of the van, but as you can see, we have lots of storage in here for all of our tools and fluids for the engine and whatnot.
We also have a home theater, which is our projector and a pull down screen, and we can even take it outside for outdoor movie nights by the fire. Okay, so I really love to go swimming, and so right over here, I'm just kidding, we do not have an indoor pool in here. We still go swimming a lot though, of course. It's just usually in natural bodies of water out when we're boondocking somewhere pretty. So that's pretty much the tour of our 1991 Dodge road truck.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and press that bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos from us.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.